Hi, today we're going to have a little look at a mixture of all our fractions, decimals and percentages. We've done a lot of work changing in between the different things, and now we're going to see if you remember how to do each thing. So to change into a percentage, you could start with a decimal, and what you do there is you basically remove the decimal point. That's really all you have to do. It's very easy. If you start with a fraction, there are a couple of things you can do. You can multiply it up to make it over 100, or you can simply make it into a decimal by using your calculator and multiply by 100. So probably this is the easiest thing to do, and you will be allowed to use your calculator today. So for example, if we had 0.52, straight away that is 52%. No working out needed. This one you have to be more careful with. What you should really do for this one is put in an extra 0. And now you can see that this is 70%. Now the reason that is different is because you could get a question like this, and that is actually 7%, so it's a lot smaller. So this 0.7 is a lot bigger than 0.07. It's similar to money, because money obviously uses the decimal system. If you have a fraction, you change it to a decimal. Now you can do that just on your calculator. Even if you don't have a scientific calculator, you can just do 1 divided by 20, and you get the answer 0.05. Multiply that by 100, and you can do that with a calculator as well if you want, if you're not happy. You multiply my decimals and you get 5%. So look what we did. We changed 1 over 20 to 0.05, multiplied by 100, we got 5%. 3 over 7, you want to change that to a decimal, so you go 3 divided by 7, and you've got a very long decimal there. So we're going to write a little bit of it down. That's enough. And then it will go on, but we don't need the rest of it. Multiply by 100. So you would keep it on the screen as it is. Multiply by 100. And, you've got this answer, 42. I know that's a bit blurry, I'll write it down. We've got this answer, 42.85%. Okay. I'm just going to say, on the screen, you probably notice there's a 7 after the 5. So strictly speaking, we should write 42.86%. Okay, next we're going to talk about from a fraction to either a percentage or a decimal. So you write your, you can make the fraction over 100 and cancel it down, or you can just use your calculator, change it and divide the top by the bottom, okay? So for example, 7% into a fraction is just 7 over 100. Just write it over 100, and that's it done. 24% is just 24 over 100. And this is a situation where you'd have to cancel. So you look at the two numbers, what goes into them? 2 will definitely go in, but remember you should look for the biggest number that goes in, and 4 is the biggest number. So divide by 4, you get 6 over 25, and you have made a fraction. 39, just write 39 over 100. That's it done. This is kind of one we have to be careful with. Remember, when there's only one digit, you don't put it over 100, put it over 10. And there's no cancelling needed there. 0.55, you write 55 over 100. And you can see you can cancel, because you can divide these two by 5. 5 into 55 goes 11. 5 into 100 goes 20 times. So I'm going to be looking at a couple of questions in this worksheet where you have to decide which is larger. So when you get a question about which is larger, change everything you have in the question to a percentage. And when they're all a percentage, you can easily see which is larger. For example, if you had to decide whether 3/10 or 0.43 was larger, you would change 3/10 to a percentage. So you just, you 3 divided by 10 times 100 gives you 30%. 43 is 43%. Now you can easily see which is larger. Clearly, this is larger, so this value here, the original value, is larger than this original value. Another example, we had 0.7 or 7/10. So we want to change 0.7 into a percentage. Always change into percentages. So we had this earlier. We put an extra 0 on, and now you can see that it is 70%. 4/9, you want to use your calculator, change it into a decimal. 4 divided by 9. It's going to be a very long decimal. You can see it, there's lots, see it there. There's lots of 4s. And we're not going to write all of them down. We'll write some of them down, 0.444. I think 5 is a good number to write down. Then what you want to do is multiply, keep it on the screen, multiply by 100. And you get this answer. Now it does, if you look carefully, there's a decimal point after the first 2 4s. So we're going to write our answer down as 44.44%. So now we look, 4/9 is this answer. This answer, however, is bigger, so 0.7 was the bigger value. So just to be going over, that's something we haven't really done this week. Questions where you have to think about something is larger. Change everything to a percentage, and then you can easily see which of the values is bigger. In this case, we had 3/10 is 30%, 0.43 is 43%, so definitely 43% is bigger. This one is bigger then. 0.7 or 4/9 is 44.44%. 0.7 is 70%, so clearly 0.7 is bigger. Okay, so try the worksheets, attach them, please send it back to me, and have a good weekend.